Okay, so in this example, okay, we are discussing about server side. In this side, to create the shared memory, we are using SHM 8, in which the parameter that is required is the key, then shared memory size, and third parameter is the IPC underscore create. So this parameter will create the memory, and with the permission, that this permission is, that is 0 666, this permission is for the reading and writing purpose. Okay, the memory that is creating, it should be read as well as the write operation should be performed there. Okay, so that is specified by this IPC underscore create parameter. So after executing execution of this function, smgauge function, the memory is created, and the identifier of that memory is returned to the SHM ID variable. Okay, so in this variable, the ID is stored. Now, at this memory, the
So your voice is
and
breaking.
see, mm, now is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so this shared memory that is created, this should be the process. So this fetching must be done by the function that is the SHA, the shared memory attachment. So this function, it requires the parameter that is SHM ID, which shows the memory area to which it should get attached. Okay, that need should be passed. So if the memory is attached, then the ID should be written to the SHM variable. Okay, so this is pointing, this is a pointer. Okay, SHM, this is the pointer that is created. Okay, in the fourth line you can say character star SHM, this is the pointer character that is created and pointing to the first location of the shared memory. And after that you can see uh, one for loop to perform the write operation. Okay, so server side, it can perform the write operation into that memory area. If you can see the other part, okay, last two lines, that is the while loop, I will explain after some time. So go to the client side, that is the second image. So in the second part you can see the same function that is used, this is the SHM ID for creating the SHM gate, same function used to create the shared memory area, same parameter, but here you can see instead of IPC underscore create, it is only mentioning the 0 666. Okay, because this is a client side, and the client, it is using the memory area which is already created by the server side. Okay, so and it requires only the permission which is indicated by the 0 666. Okay, so by this code, it can read and write into the shared memory. So if the operation is successful, the identifier will get returned, otherwise it will show the error and it will get exit. So the memory is created, then next is the attach the segment to that area, attach the process to that memory area. So this task is done by the function SHM80, again with the passing the parameter of identifier of that space. And if it is successfully attached, then it can perform the read operation. Okay, in the client's area you can see the for operation in the for loop, it is for the reading purpose. Okay, so actually both way possible, client also can read as well as can write, both ways possible. So here I am showing the example of server can write and client is reading. But here you can see one thing, after the reading, complete reading of the client, the last statement, that is the star HM equal to star. In the SHM we are storing the star. So when this star is stored, Then at the server side, where the while loop is executing, this while loop is executing unless in the SHM star is not stored. So when the start is stored, it will get awake. Until that, it will go to the sleep. Okay, that means until the client is going to read, until that the server is going to the sleep mode. That is the simple thing. Okay, for that purpose, this while loop is there. And when the client is finished, then the server is get awake, and after that it get exit from that process. Okay, so similarly client also will get exited. So this is the program for creating a shared memory. So I think everybody get understood. Is there any doubt? Still voice is not clear? Is it still breaking? Hello?
Sir, while explaining
Hmm?
the program,
Hmm. Hmm? Yes. Should I repeat the explanation?
yes, sir.
ओके. सिम्पल थिंग. काल आपण स्टडी कव्हर केलं होतं शेड मेमरी. ओके, शेड मेमरीमध्ये शेड मेमरीमध्ये एक डायग्राम. ओके, दिस इज द डायग्राम. ह्यामध्ये प्रोसेस to the
So
shared
your
memory
voice is
they can
breaking.
communicate with. Voice is breaking. Mm, okay, wait. Hello. 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 Echo problem. Hello. Is it clear now?
Yes,
Is
sir.
there any echo problem or breaking? Now is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we're discussing about the shared memory. So shared memory, that is the memory which is sharing between the two processes, process A and process B. So both processes are attached to this shared memory region. That was the simple concept of the shared memory. Now to implement the concept by program, we are seeing one example. So in the example, we can see how to create the shared memory as well as how to attach with that and how to detach with that. So here the simple example is creation as well as attaching with that shared area. So in the example, we can see two function. First function is the SHM gate, that is the shared memory gate. So this function, task of this function is the creating the shared region. जी मेमरी आपल्याला शेअरिंग मोड मध्ये पाहिजे ती शेअर्ड मेमरी क्रिएट करायचं काम असतं SHM गेट या फंक्शनचं आणि त्यासाठी आपण पॅरामीटर यूज करतोय 3 parameter key SHM size and IPC underscore create. As a key parameter, it is showing the unique identifier for that memory area. Second is the size for that memory area, and third is the area that is get created in which operation should be performed in that area. Either it is read, write, or any other. So that you have to mention by the third parameter, that is IPC underscore create. In that the parameter, that is the 0 to 6, it is showing the read and write operation for that particular region. Now after creating successful creation of this memory, the identifier of this memory is stored in the SHM ID. So SHM ID, it is the identifier which is showing that particular region. Now we are passing this identifier for attaching the memory. ज्या प्रोसेसला त्या मेमरीला अटॅच करायचं असेल तर त्यासाठी फंक्शन यूज करायला लागेल त्याचं SHM80. So using this function, the process can attach with that shared space, and after that it can write into that memory region. Okay, that is from the server side. In the client side, the same operation should be performed, that is the sharing, create the shared memory. Now here the shared memory is created, but it have to attach with that memory region. So two same function it is going to use, that is a SHM gate as well as SHM80. Only one thing is the parameter that is passed in the SHM gate. Third parameter, that is the 0666. So here it need not to mention. Okay, it not to mention that is the IPC underscore create. Instead of that, only read and write operation it have mentioned, and after that is a read operation, and add it store pointer awake and get exited. Okay, so this is the program to implement the shared memory. Similarly, we can see the second example, or the second way, that is the message passing system. So this message passing system, it is implementing by using the concept of the pipe. Okay, so pipe, it is one of the application of message passing system. That is, the communication is performed through the message passing. So the pipe, it is the IPC mechanism, interprocess communication mechanism, which is implemented only parent and child. When there is a parent and child, then using this mechanism, it can communicate with the each other. But the thing is that it is the unidirectional only. That is the issue regarding the pipe. Okay, so when the pipe is created, then it is accessed by two associated file descriptor. Every pipe, there is a two file descriptor, FD0 and FD1. So file descriptor 0, it is for the reading from the pipe, and file descriptor 1, it is for the writing to the pipe. So in the image, in the diagram, you can see pipe is created, that is a pipe buffer, in which by the using FD1, any process can write, and using the FD0, it can read from the pipe. So each process has to create these two file descriptor. Okay, so in this example now, since this is a unidirectional, so when two processes want to communicate with each other, instead of process, I can say when the parent and child communication is happen, then it needs two pipe because it is the unidirectional. So if suppose only pipe 0 created, then it will go in one direction, and pipe 1, it is for the another direction. So for the two-way communication, we required two pipe. So in the first diagram, you can see parent, it have the blue line, from the blue line that is going to the pipe 0, which indicate that parent can write to the pipe, as well the arrow from blue arrow from pipe 0 to parent, it shows that parent can read from the pipe 0. So likewise, all connection is there. For the child, again it is two connection from the pipe 0 as well as two connection from the pipe 1. Now you can see here, if the communication is unidirectional, then parent can only write to the pipe 0. So there is no file descriptor required to read the data from pipe 0. Are you getting? Okay, the communication that is happened between parent to child using the pipe, it is the unidirectional. Okay, and any process or parent, it can have two file descriptor for read and write. But here in this case, if you consider the pipe 0, then in the pipe 0, parent, it should only write or read. If suppose it is writing to the pipe 0, then after that writing, the child can read from that. Then that unidirection is get completed. One direction is get completed. So it is, since it is not two directional, so for the other direction, it needs another pipe. So follow the second diagram. So second diagram, it shows the clear one by eliminating the unnecessary pipe. Eliminating the unnecessary file descriptor. So here from the parent, there is only write operation to the pipe. Then from the pipe 0 to the child, only read operation is there. Then if child want to write something, it will write into the pipe 1, and from that pipe 1, parent will be read. तर ह्या केस मध्ये जे अननेसेसरी फाईल डिस्क्रिप्टर आहेत, अननेसेसरी फाईल डिस्क्रिप्टर कोणता, ह्यामध्ये पाईप 0 चा राईट. ओके, पाईप 0 मध्ये जो राईट डिस्क्रिप्टर आहे, जो की पॅरने क्रिएट केलाय, तो ऍक्च्युअली तिथं गरजेचा नाहीये. सो दॅट इज गेट एलिमिनेटेड. So is it clear why we are eliminating this one, this unnecessary file descriptor? Is it clear, or is there some confusion? The reason I hello. Line. Okay. So now how to implement this message passing, that is how to implement the pipe. Okay, so you can see example here, that shows the implementation of pipe. Simple example. Okay, so here in the int main, we are creating two pipe descriptor. and in the switch we are calling the function fork. So when fork get called, it will create the child process. Okay, when the child process is created, then for the parent, the PID value, it will be a greater than 0. And in the child, that is when the child is created, then in the child, the value will be 0. Understand? When the fork get called, definitely child is created. But what is the return type? Then return type, when for the parent, the PID value, when the child get created, it will be the more than 0. It will be a positive integer value. If in the child, the value of PID, it will be a 0. So suppose consider the case of child. Okay, consider the case of child. So in the child, the PID value, it will be a 0. So case 0 will get called. In the child, case 0 will get called. So when the child is going to execute, then it will first close pipe file descriptor 0. Pipe file descriptor 0. So this will create the unnecessary pipe file descriptor, that is reading. ओके, ह्या केसमध्ये त्याला आपण काय करतोय, फाइल डिस्क्रिप्टर रीड क्लोज करतोय. And after that, it will execute the function, that is the fd open, and in that it is passing the parameter file descriptor 1 in write mode, and here it will write the hello world. In the parent, okay, now go to the parent case. In the parent, what happened? Definitely after the fork, the value will be greater than 0. So default will get called. So in the default, it will first close pipe file descriptor 1. File descriptor 1, it is for the writing purpose. So this writing file descriptor, it will get closed. कारण ह्या केस मध्ये तो काही राइट करणार नाहीये. आणि त्यानंतर तो ओपन फाइल ओपन करेल. It will call the function fd open with file disk with pipe fd 0, that is for the reading purpose and in the read mode. And after that, it will perform the operation by using the fscanf, in which in the RECV it will read whatever written by the child, and it will show by the printf function. So nothing but here, what this program is doing, it is implementing the lower part. It is implementing the lower part that is showing in the second diagram. Second diagram बघा. Second diagram मध्ये parent and child चा जो lower part आहे, जिथं child write करतोय pipe 1 मध्ये आणि parent read करतोय pipe 1 मध्ये. So this lower part is implementing here in this example. Okay, so by using this by considering this lower part मध्ये काय करतो आपण, चाइल्ड राइट करतोय पाइप 1 मध्ये. मग त्या जर राइट करत असेल तर त्या केस मध्ये रीडिंगची काय कंडिशन आहे, रीडिंग काही रिक्वायरमेंट नाहीये, त्यामुळे तो काय करतोय पाइप fd 0 जे की आपण रीड साठी यूज करतोय, तो पाइप तो क्लोज करतोय, कारण त्याला तो लागणारच नाहीये. फक्त रायटिंग साठी तो फाइल डिस्क्रिप्टर ठेवतोय आणि युजिंग दॅट इट इज रायटिंग टू द पाइप 1. आता पॅरेंटच्या केसमध्ये पॅरेंटला फक्त रीड करायचंय जे चाइल्डने तिथं राईट केलंय. मग त्या केसमध्ये जर त्याला फक्त रीड करायचं असेल तर फाईलचा राईट डिस्क्रिप्टर हा लागणारच नाही. मग त्या केसमध्ये इथं त्या काय करतोय, क्लोज पाइप fd 1, राईटचा जो फाइल डिस्क्रिप्टर आहे तो क्लोज करतोय आणि फक्त रीडचाच फाइल डिस्क्रिप्टर मेंटेन करतोय. म्हणजे आपण हा फक्त लोअर पार्ट आपण इम्प्लिमेंट करतोय. Okay, so this example is showing the lower part that is implemented between the parent and child. So by using this, the communication or the inter-process communication between the parent and child can be implemented. Okay, so is there any doubt? In doubt in this example? Clear everything? फिजा कुछ डाउट है? वैशाली?
नहीं सर कोई
वैशाली थोड़ी
it is clear.
Nine. Clear.
clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this is the information is happen. Now move to the last bit, that is the thread. So thread, it is a lightweight process. We call the thread as a lightweight process. So okay, we'll see in detail this thread. Okay, first we will see why it is required, why thread is required. So first thing that we will see. Okay, so let's consider the one simple example, that is the summation of first 10 billion numbers. Okay, where this is the example of addition of first 10 billion numbers, 10 million numbers. So this program is calculating the addition of this number. Simple example, here we are using the function srandom, function that is the add and add all, and after this calling this function we are using one while loop where we are performing the addition. So in the normal cases, definitely for this program, a process is get created into the memory, main memory, and if suppose there are 4 processors, if in the system there are 4 processors, then definitely one of the processor will get allocated for this process, and this process will be executed on that processor. Okay, generally when it is starting execution on the respective processor, then it will not it will not interested to shift to the another processes. Okay, that is what is the reason that we are not going to discuss here. But generally एकदा का प्रोसेस एखाद्या प्रोसेसरला अलोकेट झाली तर शक्यतो आपण ती प्रोसेस दुसऱ्या प्रोसेसरला ट्रान्सफर करत नाही. एकदम इमर्जन्सी केस असेल किंवा प्रोसेसर जर फेल झाला असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये आपण ट्रान्सफर करतो. पण शक्यतो एकदा का अलोकेशन झालं तर त्या केसमध्ये ती प्रोसेस फक्त त्या प्रोसेसरवरच एक्झिक्यूट होते. दॅट इज द केस. मग जर सपोज तशीच जर प्रोसेस एक्झिक्यूट होत असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये 3 प्रोसेसर असून पण काही फायदा होत नाही. प्रोसेस ही कम्प्लिटली एकाच प्रोसेसरवर रन होईल. मग सपोज आपल्याला 4 प्रोसेसरवर ही एकच प्रोसेस एक्झिक्यूट करायची असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये आपल्याला काय करावं लागतं, ह्या प्रोसेसचं चाइल्ड क्रिएट करावं लागेल आणि तो ती प्रोसेस सगळ्या प्रोसेसरवर रन होईल. ओके, आपल्याला सिंपल काय करावं लागेल, ह्या प्रोसेसची डुप्लिकेट प्रोसेस तयार करावं लागतील आणि त्या सपोज ह्या केसमध्ये आपल्याला 4 प्रोसेसर तयार होतील आणि एका प्रोसेसवर एक प्रोसेस. गोष्ट काय असेल त्या केसमध्ये पहिला जो असेल तो इथं पोज नंबर 4, since we have to divide this 10 million number by 4. So one processor, it will calculate the 2.5 million addition. Okay, addition of 2.5 million numbers will be performed by the one processor. म्हणजे ह्या केसमध्ये प्रोसेस 1 2 3 4 4 क्रिएट केले तर पहिला प्रोसेसर 02 1 2 फर्स्ट 25 million, फर्स्ट 2.5 million, सेकंड प्रोसेसर 2.5 to 5 million, थर्ड प्रोसेसर 5 to 7.5 million, and last प्रोसेसर जो असेल तो 7.5 to 10 million. And after performing this task by the fourth processor, we have to add all these numbers. So that will be our final result. Okay, so That should we have to do if we want to utilize all these 4 processor. मग ह्या केसमध्ये आपल्याला 4 प्रोसेस तयार करावे लागतील. सो दिस 4 प्रोसेसर created and allocating to the respective processor. Then what is happened in this case? In this case, first thing, to produce the same process, we need to call the fork system call. We need to call fork system call so that the same process or the duplicate process can be created. So fork system call is needed. Second thing, each process is isolated from each other. Definitely, प्रत्येक प्रोसेसचा एरिया हा सेपरेट असतो. ज्यावेळेस त्यांना व्हॅल्यू एखाद्याची पाहिजे असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये देर विल बी अ कम्युनिकेशन. ओके, डेटा जर एखादा दुसऱ्या प्रोसेस कडून पाहिजे असेल तर त्या 2 प्रोसेसमध्ये कम्युनिकेशन होईल, पण त्या दोन्हीचं एक्झिस्टन्स हे डिफरंट असेल. That is the thing. That means each process is isolated from each other. IPC mechanism to communicate. Definitely, in the last step, when we have to perform the addition, then in that case, the inter-process communication mechanism should be implemented. That means we require more system call. ओके, आता आपण बघितलं की सिस्टम कॉल ह्या केसमध्ये कोणकोणते लागले होते आपल्याला, SHM गेट अँड SHM AT. ओके, हे दोन्ही सिस्टम कॉल आपण यूज करत होतो मेमरी, शेअर मेमरी क्रिएशन आणि शेअर मेमरी अटॅचमेंटसाठी. सिमिलरली फॉर द इन द मेसेज पासिंग ऑल्सो वी रिक्वायर द सिस्टम कॉल. सो more system call is required when we are implementing the IPC mechanism, inter-process communication mechanism. Next thing is the process management with system call. So all this management is done by the system call. And when we talk about the system call, then one thing that we need to remember that if there is a system call, then user have to call to the operating system. ह्या केसमध्ये युजरला OS सोबत कॉन्टॅक्ट करावा लागतो आणि त्यानंतर तुमचा सिस्टम कॉल कर्नल थ्रू एक्झिक्यूट होईल. सो इट रिक्वायर्स टू existence or it requires the communication to the kernel. Then each process has its own memory map. Each process will have its own instruction set, its own data area, its own stack and heap area as well. We know that every process has 4 area. Every process is divided into the 4 area: text area, data area, heap and stack area. And each process will have this area. So here we are creating the 4 process, then each process will have that area. So if we consider here, we are performing the addition. We are performing the addition. Only the values are different, but rest code is the same. Rest whole code is the same. So all these 4 process will have the duplicated code. It will have the duplicated code. Only the value will be some value will be different. बाकीचा कोड हा सगळा तिथं डुप्लिकेट कोड असेल. Okay, so this will happen. This will happen when you are going to create a 4 different process to use the capability of the system. Capability of the system means here we have the 4 processor. Then to utilize this whole capability of the system, we require the 4 processes. And then when we require 4 processes, this much work you have to do. So thing is that since it contains this much overhead, can we reduce this one so that we can get the better performance? So to discuss with this view, we have the another solution, that is the thread. Okay, so threads provide the better solution for this one. ह्या सगळ्या प्रोसेसमध्ये 4 प्रोसेस क्रिएट करण्यामध्ये जेवढं काही एनर्जी जेवढं काही कन्झ्युम होईल किंवा जेवढं काही वर्क डन होईल इथं, तर ते वर्क डन आपण रिड्यूस करू शकतो बाय युझिंग द थ्रेड. सो थ्रेड इट इज क्रिएटेड विदिन अ प्रोसेस. Thread it is created within a process and it can allocate to the different processor. थ्रेड मध्ये काय होतं की थ्रेड मध्ये एकाच प्रोसेस मध्ये डिफरंट थ्रेड क्रिएट करून प्रत्येक थ्रेड हा डिफरंट प्रोसेसरला आपण असाइन करू शकतो. म्हणजे ह्या केसमध्ये तुम्हाला 4 प्रोसेस क्रिएट करायची गरज नाही. इन्स्टेड ऑफ दॅट यू कॅन क्रिएट अ 4 थ्रेड. ना क्वेश्चन इज दॅट तिथं आपण 4 प्रोसेस क्रिएट करत होतो, इथं आपण 4 थ्रेड क्रिएट करतोय. दोन्ही केसमध्ये पण आपल्याला क्रिएशन करावं लागतंय. मग प्रोसेस क्रिएट करणं आणि थ्रेड क्रिएट करणं, विच वन इज बेटर? That point we should know. Now, what is the beneficiary of creating a thread? So first thing, fork system call. Okay, one fork system call is only needed. That is the most important thing. आता ह्या केसमध्ये जेव्हा तुम्हाला एखाद्या ज्यावेळेस आपल्याला सिस्टीमची परफॉर्मन्स जर आपल्याला वाढवायचा असेल, तर त्या केसमध्ये पहिली गोष्ट, युजर शुड हॅव मिनिमम कम्युनिकेशन विथ द ओएस और कर्नल. युजरचं कर्नल सोबत जेवढं मिनिमम कम्युनिकेशन असेल तेवढी सिस्टीम आपली इफिशियंट होईल. वाय? बिकॉज इट डझंट रिक्वायर द सिस्टीम कॉल. ज्यावेळेस युजरला कर्नलशी कम्युनिकेट करायचं असेल, then definitely that communication will happen through the system call only. आता ह्या केसमध्ये आपण युजरचं आणि कर्नलचं इंटरॅक्शन होते फॉर द फोर्क सिस्टीम कॉल. इथं आपण प्रोसेस क्रिएट करतोय, प्रोसेस क्रिएट करायला आपल्याला फोर्क सिस्टीम कॉल यूज करावं लागेल. ज्यावेळेस सिस्टीम कॉल आलं त्यावेळेस कर्नलशी कम्युनिकेशन आलं. मग ह्या केसमध्ये इन्स्टेड ऑफ कॉलिंग द फोर्क सिस्टीम कॉल, वी आर कॉलिंग ओनली वन सिस्टीम कॉल. That is the first thing. So unnecessary system call is not get called. Only one fork system call is needed. Instead of that, 4 threads it need to be created, and which is the much more lighter. Why much more lighter? Because when thread is created, you can see in the diagram. Okay, when the thread is created, then code segment and the data or the file that is used by the process, it is in the sharing mode among all the threads. जेवढे काही क्रिएट होतील त्या सगळ्या थ्रेड मध्ये ग्लोबल डेल ऍज वेल एज जेवढ्या काही फाइल्स असतील ते सगळ्या फाइल्स शेअर होतील ऑल द थ्रेड्स. तुम्हाला सेपरेट कोड, प्रत्येक सेपरेट कोड नसणार आहे, प्रत्येक ठिकाणी सेपरेट डेटा पण नसणार आहे, प्रत्येक ठिकाणी पण नसणार आहे. एक फाईल ती ओपन फाईल मध्ये शेअर होते. सिमिलरली डेटा असेल तर तो ग्लोबल डेटा सगळ्या थ्रेड मध्ये होतो. दॅट कोड दॅट ऑल्सो विल बी शेअर्ड अमॉंग ऑल द थ्रेड्स. Only thing is that register whatever value in the stack, that will be different in the. म्हणजे ह्या केसमध्ये फक्त तर ज्यावेळेस कंटेक्स्ट मध्ये फक्त रेजिस्टरच्या व्हॅल्यू, स्टॅकच्या व्हॅल्यू एवढ्याच तुम्हाला पुश अँड करावं लागते. एवढ्याच व्हॅल्यू तुम्हाला तिथं ब्लॉक मध्ये मेंटेन करावं लागतील. सगळ्या मोड मध्ये असते. दॅट्स वाय इट इज कॉल्ड प्रोसेस. ऍज प्रोसेस हॅव टू मेक लेस data. Then each thread is not isolated from other. Each thread, it is not completely isolated from the other. There is some sharing part, that is the code is sharing as well as file is also sharing as well as data is sharing. So it is not completely isolated. Some part is in the sharing mode. Management of thread with fewer or no system call. Okay, now here they have mentioned that with fewer or no system call. आता थ्रेड मध्ये काही थ्रेड जे की युजर थ्रेड असतात. ओके, देर आर अगेन टू टाइप्स ऑफ थ्रेड, दॅट इज द युजर थ्रेड अँड कर्नल थ्रेड. तर युजर थ्रेड मध्ये सगळं काही मॅनेजमेंट हे युजर लेवलच होतं. त्या थ्रेडची इन्फॉर्मेशन कर्नल पर्यंत जातच नाही. कर्नलला ते थ्रेड माहितच होत नाही. सगळं युजर लेवलला जनरेट होतं, तिथंच एक्झिक्युशन होतं आणि एक्झिट पण होते. मग त्या केसमध्ये सिस्टीम कॉल कोणताही लागत नाही, कारण की सगळं ते क्रिएशन हे किंवा मॅनेजमेंट हे सगळं युजर लेवलच होऊन जातं. In that case, there is a no system call, and some threads which we call as the kernel thread. So kernel thread that is created by the user, and also it requires some the kernel intervention. पण ह्या केस मध्ये we require only few system call. ओके, काही थ्रेड हे युजरने क्रिएट केलेले असतात आणि त्यांना कम्प्युटर एक्झिक्युशनसाठी कर्नलची पण रिक्वायरमेंट असते. पण ह्या केसमध्ये सिस्टीम कॉल जे की प्रिव्हियस केसमध्ये जास्त लागत होते तेवढे सिस्टीम कॉल ह्या केसमध्ये लागत नाही. सो इट सेज दॅट फॉर द मॅनेजमेंट ऑफ थ्रेड इट रिक्वायर फ्युअर ऑर नो सिस्टीम कॉल, अँड इट शेअर इन्स्ट्रक्शन, ग्लोबल अँड हीप रिजन, अँड each thread has its own stack. That is the important thing. Each thread has its own stack. एक्झाम्पल जर एखादं तुम्हाला आठवत असेल, रिकर्शनचं एक्झाम्पल. ओके, रिकर्शन मध्ये तुम्ही बघितलं असेल की ज्यावेळेस फंक्शन तुम्ही रिकर्सिव्हली कॉल करता तर स्टॅक मध्ये एकावर एक आपण एंट्री दाखवत होतो. ओके, सो फॉर इच फंक्शन when a function call, another function is created and that entry is done on the top of the stack. And because of that थ्रेडिंग वॉज नॉट पॉसिबल. आता थ्रेडिंग मध्ये काय होतं की ज्यावेळेस एखादं फंक्शन कॉल करायचं असेल, ओके, सपोज एखादं फंक्शन इंडिपेंडंट असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये त्या स्पेसिफिक फंक्शनसाठी सेपरेट स्टॅक क्रिएट केला जातो. आणि ज्या सेपरेट स्टॅक क्रिएट होईल, नथिंग बट दॅट इज अ थ्रेड. थ्रेडचा कन्सेप्ट तोच आहे की प्रोसेसमध्ये शक्यतो जे काही फंक्शन कॉलिंग होईल ते सगळं स्टॅक मध्ये एंट्री होत जातं. मग जोपर्यंत त्या फंक्शनचं एक्झिक्यूट कम्प्लीट होत नाही तोपर्यंत स्टॅक आपला क्लिअर होत नाही. रिव्हर्स केस, इन केस ऑफ थ्रेड मध्ये प्रत्येक वेळेस सेपरेट स्टॅक क्रिएट होतो, प्रत्येक वेळेस म्हणण्यापेक्षा प्रत्येक फंक्शनला. त्यामुळं फंक्शन एखादं जर आय ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करत असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये अदर फंक्शन इट कॅन एक्झिक्यूट. सो लाईकवाईज द परफॉर्मन्स कॅन बी इनक्रीज. So here in the diagram you can see clearly separate stream of execution within a single process. There are 3 threads are created in this example. So this is the separate stream of execution within a single process. Then thread in a process not isolated from each other. You can see code and data file region area is get shared, and also each thread state, that is thread control block, each thread state is contain register and stack. Each thread contains the register and stack. Actually ज्यावेळेस प्रोसेस क्रिएट होती तर प्रोसेस सगळी इन्फॉर्मेशन आपण कुठे स्टोर करतो, पेज टेबल मध्ये. सिमिलरली ज्यावेळेस थ्रेड क्रिएट होईल तर सगळ्या थ्रेडची इन्फॉर्मेशन साठी एक टेबल क्रिएट करतो आपण, दॅट इज द थ्रेड टेबल, और वी ऑल्सो कॉल इट एज द थ्रेड कंट्रोल ब्लॉक. तर थ्रेड टेबल मध्ये किंवा थ्रेड कंट्रोल ब्लॉक मध्ये आपल्याला इन्फॉर्मेशन मेंटेन करावी लागते, ती फक्त रजिस्टर आणि स्टॅकची, बाकी इन्फॉर्मेशन मेंटेन करावी लागेल. ओके, सो व्हाय थ्रेड? सो इट इज lightweight. So you can check the lightweightness. Okay, here I have given some comparison. Okay, for the processor, if we see in the first line, that is the Intel 2.6 gigahertz processor. If we execute the fourth system call, then to execute this fourth system call in the real column, you can see that 8.1 milliseconds is required. It is required the 8.1 time unit, whereas if you see in the second slot, that is the pthread underscore create. This pthread underscore create, this is the function that is using to create a thread. that is used to create a thread. So for creation of process and the function, that is the pthread underscore create, it is for creation of thread. So for the creation of process, we require 8.1 time unit, whereas for the creation of the thread, we require only 0.9 time unit. So for the 4, it is getting the 9 times greater. It is the 9 times greater time required in case of 4 system call. So from this comparison, you can easily understand why the thread is so lightweight. Then the efficient communication between entities. The communication between the two thread is very efficient as compared to the communication between the two processes. We know that for the communication between two processes, we require inter-process communication mechanism. We need to require this whole mechanism, inter-process communication. But in case of thread, the communication is much than the process. त्या केसमध्ये मी थ्रेड कम्युनिकेशनला डिटेल नाही टाळतोय. And second, efficient context switching. So as of now, I explained just 5 minutes before that in the context switching, ज्यावेळेस प्रोसेसचं context switching काय असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये तुम्हाला सगळ्या व्हॅल्यू रिलेटेड सगळ्या व्हॅल्यू स्टोअर कराव्या लागतात, पूर्ण फ्लश करावं लागतं, पूर्ण टीएलबी फ्लश करावं लागतं. टीएलबी दॅट इज द ट्रान्झॅक्शन लुक बफर, जी की कॅश मेमरी मध्ये असते आणि जिथे तुमचा सगळा पेज टेबल स्टोअर असतो. तर तुम्हाला पूर्ण टीएलबी फ्लश करावं लागतं आणि त्यानंतर सेकंड प्रोसेसचा पेज टेबल पूर्ण त्या टीएलबी मध्ये परत प्लेस करायचा, व्हॅल्यू सगळ्या लोड करायच्या आणि त्यानंतर एक्झिक्युशन स्टार्ट. आणि परत नेक्स्ट कंटेक्स्ट स्विचिंगला परत त्या प्रोसेस रिलेटेड सगळ्या व्हॅल्यू स्टोअर करणे, टीएलबी फ्लश करणे आणि त्यानंतर नेक्स्ट प्रोसेसच्या सगळ्या व्हॅल्यू परत टीएलबी मध्ये स्टोअर करणे अँड देन एक्झिक्युशन. So it requires more time. Instead of that, if you are using the thread, तर ह्या केसमध्ये सगळ्या थ्रेड साठी पेज टेबल सेम असतो, त्यामुळे तुम्हाला टीएलबी फ्लश करायची गरज नाही. You don't require the flush of this TLB. So, and second thing, small values are required to store as compared to process. So that's why the context switching is become efficient in case of thread as compared to the process. Any question? Okay, so this is the comparison between the thread and process. So in the thread, you can see a thread has no data segment or heap, whereas a process has code, heap, stack, and other data segment. Now this thread has data segment that is in sharing mode, but process, it has all things in the separate. Second, a thread cannot live on its own. It needs to be attached to a process. Okay, that is simple. That is the important concept. Alone thread, it can't exist. Okay, thread that is created by process and hello, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So second page is a thread cannot live on its own. Definitely, process, when it creates thread, then if the process terminated, then thread also will get terminated. It cannot live its own. It needs to be attached to a process, whereas a process has at least one thread. Process, at least it will have the one thread. there can be more than one thread in a process. Each thread has its own stack, whereas threads within a process share the same code as well as file that is opened by the process. If thread dies, its stack is reclaimed. But whereas if the process dies, then all its threads died. Process died, automatically all the process will get exited. So that is the difference between the and process. It is a pthread library. This is the library that is generally used to implement threading. There are number of libraries that is available. I think here is the list. No, actually, the list is not given here. Okay, there are number of libraries are there. The popular library is the pthread library. In this library, you can create a thread in a process by using the function pthread underscore create. By using the function create thread. Now there are some parameters that it requires for when it create a process, when it create a thread. The first parameter is thread identifier. Definitely, whenever you are creating thread, for identifier. Second, that is the void star. That is the point which the different आपण thread create करतो ते एका function साठी actually function एक different function execute होतं. मग कोणतं execute होतं आपल्याला एक point. So that is represented by the third parameter, that is the pointer to a function which has execution in a different thread. And last is the argument त्या function साठी लागणारे argument that is passing through this parameter. And for destroying a thread, we use a function that is the pthread underscore exit. This function is used to destroy any thread that is already created, and it returns a exit value of the thread. Now for this is the join. Join operation is nothing but the wait operation in the process. Process मध्ये जसं आपण wait operation बघितलं, जेव्हा एखादा IO इव्हेंट ऑकर होतो त्याच प्रोसेस वेटिंग स्टेट मध्ये जातो. तसं सिमिलरली जर थ्रेडला वेटिंग स्टेट मध्ये जायचं असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये इट युजिंग द फंक्शन join. So pthread underscore join, this is the function that is used for this purpose, and in this case it is passing the two parameters, that is the pthread underscore thread, which is the identifier of the thread for which it is going for the waiting, and second is the exit status of the thread. So what is the difference with wait that is in the process and in the thread that is the join? Okay, join that is similar with the wait in the process. So the difference is that ह्या केस मध्ये ज्यावेळेस थ्रेड एखादा कॉल होईल त्यावेळेस जर सपोज थ्रेड एखादं आयओ ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करत असेल, then if it is a blocking OS, then all other thread have to wait. Whereas if the OS is non-blocking, then in that case other thread can be executed. That is the happen by using the join. So one example that we can see here, this is the programming example that explain about how to create a thread. How to create a thread. This is the same example for that we have seen. That we have seen here. That is the calculation of addition of first 10 million numbers. 10 million नंबरसाठी हे सेम एक्झाम्पल आहे. आधीच्या एक्झाम्पल मध्ये आपण 4 प्रोसेस क्रिएट करतो. ह्या केस मध्ये आपण 4 थ्रेड क्रिएट करतोय and using that thread we are performing the operation. So here if you can see in the main function, first we have to include the pthread_pthread.h is the header file for the thread, and in the main function you can see 4 variable we have created, t1, t2, t3, t4, and then we have called pthread_create for creating a thread. So first it will create a thread by passing the parameter t1, that is for the first thread, and after the creation, look at the last parameter, that is the void *0. So it will call the function thread function. Second parameter that is mentioned the thread function. So upper side there is a function void *thread_fn, and in that it is taking the parameter void *arg. So here when the first thread get created, it passed the parameter 0. That 0 parameter, then it will be converted into the long, that is network typecasting, and store in the id, which is the variable, long type variable, and this 0 get multiplied with the 25. Is it 2.5 million? So answer will be 0. So 0 it will be stored in the start. Then go to the while loop. I value is 0, 0 less than number, it is true. It will go inside. Then value I 0 plus start, it is 0, and it will store in the sum of 0. So that will start with the first thread. If you consider the second thread, that is the second. So pthread_create, passing the parameter t2, that is the second thread. This is indicating second thread, calling the function thread function with passing parameter 1. Now this 1 will get multiplied with the 2.5 million. So this calculation or addition will be start from the 2.5 million, and likewise other thread. So all of 4 thread will get created, and each thread it will perform the calculation, that is performing the addition. And after that creation, we can see the pthread_join. This join will called so that the T1 it will get executed, then and other will not executed for that processor. Then pthread_join T2. So T2 it will execute, but it will execute on the another processor. So likewise on the 4 processor, this 4 thread will get executed, and at the end all the addition, it will perform all the addition and it will print. So okay, after writing this program, to run this program, one thing that you need to add, that is the while compiling the program by using the gcc command, you need to attach lpthread library. Okay, in the Linux, when you will compile this file by this command gcc thread.c, then you need to include the pthread library. So for that purpose, we have to execute this command. So this will perform this calculation. The other thread libraries that you can use, it is for the Windows, it is Windows thread. In C++, Boost is used. For similarly, Linux thread is also provided. These are the different thread libraries. Okay, so there are two types of threads. One is the user thread and second is the kernel thread. So user thread, all the thread, that is the creation, management as well as destruction, that is done at the user level only. Userच thread create करेल, manage पण करेल, proper execution करेल आणि त्याला destroy पण करेल. कर्नलला ह्या केसमध्ये काही माहित होत नाही. कर्नल, it knows nothing about the thread. That is the user thread. And definitely this threading, it has the highest efficiency. हे user thread सगळ्यात efficient असतात because there is no system call is included. Second type of thread, that is the kernel thread. This thread is directly supported by the kernel and it is also known as the lightweight process. And definitely the performance of this kernel thread, it is low as compared to the user thread. Okay, as compared to user thread, it is low, but as compared to process, it is high. That is no doubt. Now, what is the advantage of user level thread and what is the disadvantage? Okay, so in the diagram, you can see that by considering this is the whole main memory, which is divided into the two parts, that is the kernel space and the user space. So in the kernel space, kernel is present there, and in the kernel space, you can see process table is there. So this means that a process is created and this page table or this process table that is get created in the kernel. Now in the user space, you can see that two process here is shown by the circle. Circle indicates the process. So two process it is shown, and in the process table there are two entries which shows that there are two processes in the memory. Now in the process, in the circle, you can see thread is created. So in the first circle, 3 thread is created. So the runtime environment which handles this management of this thread, in the runtime environment, a thread table is created. In the runtime system or runtime environment, the thread table is created. So in the first circle, you can see the rectangular shape, which is indicating the runtime system. In that, you can see that a thread table is created, which contains 3 entries. That shows that 3 thread is created. Whereas in the second circle, you can see 4 thread is there. So in the table, in the thread table of that process, 4 entry is there. In the runtime system, there are 4 entries in the second rectangular shape. So the user level threads, these are fast. These are really lightweighted, since no system call is needed to manage the thread. Thread library only does everything. Everything it is managed by the thread library. So there is no any system call is involved. So it is execution very fast. It will execute it with very fast. It can be implemented in an OS that does not support threading. Some OS which does not support threading, in that case you can use this user level thread system. कारण OS जर थ्रेडिंगला सपोर्ट करत नसेल, कर्नल मध्ये ती सिस्टमच नसणार आहे, मग त्या केसमध्ये जर तुम्हाला थ्रेडिंग यूज करायचं असेल तर त्या केसमध्ये युजर थ्रेड इट इज द ऑप्शन. Similarly, switching is is fast. Since no switch from user to protected mode, it doesn't require to switch from user to the protected mode is nothing but the kernel mode. Okay, kernel mode is in the protected mode. So there is no switch from the user to the kernel mode. That's why switching is also fast. But there are some disadvantage also. What is the disadvantage? Scheduling can be issue. Scheduling, it can be an issue. In the scheduling, we see that scheduler, it schedule some processes, and suppose each process has some time slot. प्रत्येक प्रोसेसला आपण समजा टाइम स्लॉट प्रोव्हाइड केला. आता एका प्रोसेसमध्ये सपोज मल्टिपल थ्रेड असतील आणि सपोज जो करंट थ्रेड जो रन होत असेल तो थ्रेडला एखादा आयो इव्हेंट ऑकर झालाय, तर डेफिनेटली त्या केसमध्ये सिस्टीम कॉल होईल आणि तो थ्रेड हा ब्लॉकिंग स्टेटमध्ये जाईल. म्हणजे त्या केसमध्ये बाकीचे थ्रेड रन होणार नाहीत. म्हणजे ह्या केसमध्ये ओएस ला ऍक्च्युली त्या प्रोसेसला टाइम स्लॉट नाही द्यायला पाहिजे, कारण की ऑलरेडी जो थ्रेड रन आहे तो थ्रेड ब्लॉकिंग स्टेटमध्ये आहे आणि जोपर्यंत त्याचं एक्झिक्युशन होत नाही तोपर्यंत अदर एक्झिक्युशन इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. पण जर ओएस ला त्या थ्रेडची इन्फॉर्मेशनच जर नसेल, कारण युजर लेवल थ्रेडची ओएस ला काही इन्फॉर्मेशन नसते, मग त्या केसमध्ये जर ओएस ला माहित की तो थ्रेड ब्लॉकिंग स्टेटमध्ये आहे किंवा त्याला थ्रेडच माहित नसेल, तर त्या केसमध्ये इट विल अलोकेट टाइम स्लॉट फॉर दॅट वन. मग त्या केसमध्ये टाइम स्लॉट जरी तो अलोकेट केला, जरी ती प्रोसेसला प्रोसेसर मिळाला, तरी पण ती प्रोसेस आयडल स्टेटमध्ये असेल. सो शेड्युलिंग इज अ इश्यू फॉर दॅट प्रोसेस. Then lack of coordination between kernel and thread. Now suppose one process has the 1000 thread and other process has only one thread. Then definitely the process which have the 1000 thread, it requires the more time slot. But since the kernel doesn't have any information of that, it will allocate the same time slot. म्हणजे 1000 जरी थ्रेड असले तरी त्याला पण सेम टाइम स्लॉट मिळेल आणि एकच जरी थ्रेड असेल तरी त्याला पण तेवढाच टाइम स्लॉट मिळेल. सो दिस हॅपन बिकॉज ऑफ द लॅक ऑफ कोऑर्डिनेशन बिटवीन द कर्नल अँड थ्रेड, अँड इट रिक्वायर्स नॉन ब्लॉकिंग सिस्टीम कॉल. ओके, आता सांगितलं की ब्लॉकिंग सिस्टीम कॉल जर ब्लॉक जर झाला थ्रेड, तर त्या केसमध्ये बाकीचे थ्रेड हे रन होत नाहीत. मग त्या नॉन ब्लॉकिंग साठी इट रिक्वायर्स अ सिस्टीम कॉल. सो दॅट इज इफ वन थ्रेड इनवोक्स अ सिस्टीम कॉल, ऑल थ्रेड्स नीड टू बी वेट. To give you more having thread processing small number of thread. Kernel level thread मध्ये knows all the information are create that information with the. So if information is our kernel, then it can schedule process to that. That means if the process has the 1000 thread, that it will give the more time to that process as compared to the other process which have the less number of thread. Second advantage is the kernel level threads are especially good for application that frequently block. ज्यामध्ये frequently blocking operation आहे त्या केसमध्ये the kernel level threads are especially good. But there are some disadvantages is also. The kernel levels are slow as compared to user level threads. The kernel level threads are slow because they invoke kernel, nothing but they are invoking system call. That's why the speed get slow. Also overheads in the kernel. What are the overheads? Since kernel must manage and schedule thread as well as process, it requires full thread control block for each thread to maintain information about threads. Okay, here in the previous examples, we have seen that thread control block, or the thread present in runtime environment of user space in user thread case. But when we are using the kernel level thread, then definitely the thread control block or the thread table that will be available with the kernel. So this will increase in the, this is complicate the task of the kernel. So that is the disadvantage of the kernel level thread. So next is the thread model. Okay, so I think it is 2:45. We need to stop here. So 3 models are there and some issues are there. Okay, we can continue in the next lecture with the remaining part, that is the thread models. Is there any doubt regarding today's lecture? Any question? Any queries? क्वेरी आहेत का काही? ओंकार is there? ओंकार कुलकर्णी. For 8, 9, 10. Roll number 8.
Hello, sir. Roll number present.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Roll
Roll
number
number
4 present.
One is present.
Sir, roll number 5 present.
I am again starting the attendance. Roll number 1,
Present.
3,
Sir, roll
Present.
number 2.
3,
Present, sir.
4,
Present, sir.
5,
Present, sir.
6,
Present, sir.
7,
Present, sir.
8,
Present.
9,
Present, sir.
10,
Present, sir.
11,
Present, sir.
12, 13,
Present, sir.
14, 15,
Yes, sir.
16,
Yes, sir.
17,
Yes,
18,
Present, sir.
19,
Present, sir.
20,
Present, sir.
21, 21, 22,
Present, sir.
23,
Yes, sir.
24, 25,
Present, sir.
26,
Present, sir.
27,
Present, sir.
28,
Present, sir.
29,
Yes, sir.
30,
Yes, sir.
31,
Yes, sir.
32,
Yes, sir.
33,
Yes, sir.
34, 35, 36,
Yes, sir.
37, 38,
Present, sir. 38.
39, 40,
Present, sir.
41,
35. Present.
42,
Present.
43,
Present, sir.
44,
Present, sir.
45,
Present, sir.
45 is there.
Present, sir.
35 present.
Who is 35? Who is 35? Who is there for 35? I am keeping the absentee for 35. Who is 35 there? Giteshwari.
Yes, sir.
42, 43,
Present, sir.
44,
Present, sir.
45,
Present, sir.
46, 47,
Present, sir.
48,
Present, sir.
49,
Present, sir.
50,
Present, sir.
51, 52,
Yes, sir.
53,
Present, sir.
54,
Present, sir.
5,
Present, sir.
56,
Present, sir.
57, 57, 58,
Present, sir.
59,
Present, sir.
60, 69, 61,
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
61,
Sir, present.
Present, sir.
62, 63,
Present, sir.
64, 65,
Present.
66,
Present, sir.
67,
Present.
68, 69,
Present.
70, 70. Pratik Yadav. Okay, absent number for the class A 12, 14, 21, 24, 34, 37, 39, 41, 42, 46, 51, 55, 57, 60, 62, 64, 68.
Sir, 55 present.
60 present.
55 and 60.
Yes, sir.
40.
42. 42.
Okay. Kajal Kharade. Is it for A division? Okay. Go for B division. B division roll number 1,
Present, sir.
2, 3,
Present, sir.
4,
Present, sir.
5,
Present, sir.
6, 7,
Present, sir.
8,
Present, sir.
9,
Present, sir.
10,
Present, sir.
11,
Ah.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Present, sir.
17,
Present, sir.
18,
Present, sir.
19, 20, 21,
Yes, sir.
22,
Present, sir.
23,
Present, sir.
24, 25,
Present, sir.
26, 27,
Present, sir.
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37,
Present, sir.
38, 39, 40, 41, 42,
Present, sir.
43, 44, 45,
Yes, sir.
46, 47, 48, 49, 50,
Present, sir.
51, 52, 53,
Present, sir.
54, 55, 56, 57,
Present, sir.
58,
Yes, sir.
59, 60, 61,
Yes, sir.
62, 63, 64, 65, 66,
Present, sir.
67,
Present, sir.
68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73.
Present, sir.
Okay. So up to 73. Is there 74?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 74 is there.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
So up to 74 or there is 75, 76 like that? Okay, 74. So absent roll number for B division 2, 6, 11, 12, 15, 17, 19, 20, 24, 26, 28, 29. I will read complete.
17.
Okay, 17. आधी complete list वाचतो त्यानंतर सांगा मला.
20.
26 present.
Sir, 26.
Okay.
Yes.
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, 43, 44, 46, 47, 48, 49, 51, 52, 54, 55, 56, 59, 60, 62, 63, 64, 65, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72.
Sir, 62.
39.
62. Then
39.
59.
39. 30, 39.
39. अजून झाले सगळे. ओके. बी
Sir, hello. Hello.
हा
हा.
फिजर
मला बोलायचं होतं थोडं. सर, तुम्ही जेव्हा लेक्चर
बोला.
शिकवता ना, म्हणजे एवढी नॉईज असते ना,
हा.
सो वी आर अनेबल टू अंडरस्टँड दी कन्सेप्ट इन डेप्थ. बिकॉज सर, तुम्ही एक स्टेटमेंट बोलता, मग लगेच ब्रेक होते, मग परत आम्ही बोलेपर्यंत परत व्हॉइस क्लिअर येते. आज तर पूर्ण लेक्चर झालं सर असं.
ओके. ऍक्च्युली नेटवर्क इश्यू असा आहे.
हा
कॉलेजचं नेट
सर,
तर दुपारी बंद होतं आणि
मी पण समजू शकते ते नेटवर्क इश्यू होतं, बट सर मीन्स
आउटपुट तर मिळत
मागच्या
नाही.
मीन्स कसं प्रोग्राम चालू होते ना, लिटरली तुम्ही पण 3दा प्रयत्न केलं एक्सप्लेन करायचं, तरी पण मीन्स एक
क्लिअर
स्टेटमेंट
नाही
कसं
झालं ते आवाज ब्रेक असल्यामुळे. आता ह्याला सोल्युशन ठीक आहे. मी उद्या एकदा आणखी ट्राय करतो. कॉलेजमध्ये एखादी दुसरी लोकेशन जर बघतो जिथं मॅक्झिमम मला रेंज येऊ शकेल. बाकीच्या लेक्चर असं होत नाहीये ना?
नाही सर.
ठीक आहे, चालतंय. मी उद्या बघू लोकेशन एकदा चेंज करतो. कॉलेजमध्ये एखादं चांगली लोकेशन असेल तिथं मग भेटतो.
ओके सर, ठीक आहे. थँक्यू.
ओके.
थँक्यू.